Braidwood was cut off, completely encircled by fire at one point. Nerriga Road was cut. Kings Highway to Bateman's Bay was cut. Cooma Road was cut. Smaller roads that run around Braidwood were cut as well, so we're on our own. So the Mosquito Army came about where the need was for, I suppose, firstly to protect your own farm. So, most farmers have got a ute, most farmers have got an IBC water tank, most farmers have got the pump, or they went and got one. 1,000 litres doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually can put out a fire, and so you could have 20, 30 units turn up to a fire. You're putting on 30,000 litres of wet stuff on the hot stuff, that's got to have an effect. We call ourselves the Mongarlowe Mozzies. We're very well organised. We have firefighters in our group where safety is number one, and accountability of where you are, and backup support that you're never alone. Residents of Braidwood have embraced the Mozzies in something spectacular. They do catering for us, they look after us, people have donated water, food, time, fuel to us, pumps, tanks, everything.
Here we are waiting with the Mosquito crew. The big fire trucks got called off. We've got to stay here and guard this paddock. It's probably one of the best paddocks in the area actually for the feed.
The fire situation that we're currently experiencing is really probably a once in a lifetime event. None of us that are actually on the fire ground now, regardless of age, have ever seen anything like this. Without them, I think the outcome would have been very, very different because, as I say, we can only cover a certain amount, and collectively it's been an absolute community battle. So a big thank you from the RFS, the local crews here. Enormously appreciate the effort that they've done.
I've made films most of my life, amateur films, and most of them have been people I know. It's a small town. I know a lot of people here. I was hesitant about doing it, but I thought this is a story that we're going to want to know. What's going on, Kath?
Just waiting.
One day this is going to stop. The rains come, things settle down. People are going to want to see what we all went through as a community and celebrate what we went through as a community and how we all pulled together, neighbours knowing neighbours.
We're neighbours here, so like everyone else, you come out and help your neighbours. That's what we do here.
Mosquito guys are really mobile, much more so than those big lumbering trucks of the RFS. They just knew what to do. There's a fire, they go put it out.
There's different groups, like there's an Araluen Mosquito group, there's Bombay Road, Cooma Road Mosquito group, and I'm in the Mongarlowe Mosquito group.
Holly and Stu turned up, and the moral support was probably meant as much as anything else. So.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We can't be there all the time.
No.
That's the unfortunate part. We'd want to be at everybody's place, but we just can't do it. So these guys are playing a huge role in this fire. They've just been absolutely incredible, and good on them. They're going to hang in there as long as we can.
Can't really let your guard down. A smoking branch or under the ground, a peat fire, on a hot day, on an extreme day, the wind gets up, that's suddenly a fire again. Every mosquito in the town or the shire of Braidwood would be on standby, ready to act. They lost a lot of really good shots because I was fighting a fire. I was fighting a fire with a couple of other guys, and I was holding a hose and the helicopters flying backwards and forwards, and I thought, I've got to get this, I've got to get this. So I just held up my iPhone, and the helicopter pilot, those guys, the air support, the fixed wing and the helicopter, they're just phenomenal people. So the women and men that are flying those, just hats off. Anyway, he came right very close to me, and I think he did it so I could get the shot. And I got this most phenomenal shot. Then he spoke to me on the radio, and I was very chuffed that he actually bothered to speak to me. Just this guy holding the hose. He asked me if it was okay to go, if I could take over, and I said, yes, thank you, sir. And thanked him for his work, and he went over to another spot and continued the battle.
So helicopter's helping us put out the fire. So cool. You guys are fantastic.
The fire's a disaster, but they're also a new beginning. From one door closes, another one opens, I suppose. It's good. We're banding together, and I know we'll get through it because we're already starting to talk about it, and it's not even over yet.